But these are 4 points that I'm extremely keen about sharing with you all. What is this whole ball game of out of the box? What are we talking about? Are we talking about something out of this planet? Are we talking about people who are not bookish and nerds and who become losers in life, who go on to work with ad agencies, who are usually associated with the term called creativity? That's a cliche that we actually use, that creative people are people who create ads, and the rest of the people are people who actually studied good in college and who went on to become good jobs. So there is a lot of out-of-the-box work, and some senior leaders in the industry have proved that to us. I'll give some relevant examples later on. The first and the foremost thing that comes to my mind when it comes out-of-the-box thinking, not just thinking, a person being out of the box, responding to a particular situation, is moving out of your comfort zone. Whenever you are in a comfort zone and you move out, you tend to think out of the box to try and come out of that. That is a standard thumb rule. I have just not realized it. You can put yourself, a classic example, when women enter the kitchen, nowadays men do a lot, but then women enter the kitchen and try to cook up a favorite recipe, etc. Try and do something phenomenally out of the box. Number one, it will turn up disastrous, but what if it doesn't? This is a small example inside our kitchen. What if it comes to the classroom, where we are taking classes on marketing, economics, English, literature, etc. But what if we try and do a little different way, move us out of our comfort zone, put us in a non-comfort zone? This is something that I love HP as an organization. I'm taking organization case studies, so that's the background I can come from. HP does this out of the box, moving people out of their comfort zone in a phenomenal manner. I'm a big fan of that, where every 2 years, compulsorily, any person who's in any job is taken off from that job, however good or bad they're performing, and they are put into a different job which has a small alignment to them, but which has got 80% of more learning to do. They say that whenever you try and put yourself into a non-comfort, you see we do this performance matrix for freshers. So when freshers join the company and they start learning lines of codes, the N2 level is skyrocketing. The same thing happens to students. After their 12th, when they come here for their first year, you see N2 cutlets all around, doing programs, doing things, seminars, lot of ideas and all that stuff. First year in, they start realizing, let's start bunking college, going to culturals, a lot of stuff. Second year, obviously the interest dies down. Towards the end of the third year, it again picks up. This transition, same thing applies for corporate world as well. When you start moving yourself inside a small bucket and running around, you start getting used to it. It becomes process oriented. There's nothing new for you to do every day morning. And that's the biggest plus point of my job, where every day morning I wake up and I say, today is another new day for me to try and experiment something exciting. So I'll come to that profile part. But the first thing in our mind, ladies and gentlemen, is moving out of our comfort zone. What do we do to try and move ourselves? For somebody who's teaching economics, for you to go back and teach English literature or something, obviously the teaching sense and the vocabulary skills, etc. are good. The knowledge is something that you can read and grade. Point one. Point two, not thinking straight. Hatke thinking is what people call it. You'll see a lot of examples. I'm not going to explain these points now, but then the examples that I'm going to give later will explain. Not thinking straight is again a very easy phenomenon. When you don't think, you see the evolution of cricket as a medium. Most of us, rather it's a wrong example to talk, but then most of us try and do follow, or most of us try and get distracted when cricket runs in our TV screens. You see the quintessential 5-day cricket matches, etc. People started not thinking straight in the 90s and the late 2000s. Then came the existence of T20s. Then T10s now. Then inside cricket, if you start seeing the kind of shots that people are playing, it could be something called as a dill scoop or a reverse hit that somebody is hitting, etc. Not thinking straight. Cricketers, I was fortunate to try and handle a session for a bunch of budding cricketers, the under-19 India team, where I started asking them questions about out of the box a year back, and these are things that came up in their specific field. So have we spent 1 hour trying to think, how can we try and do things little differently? What is that we can try and tweak around in my particular subject, which actually adds a lot of meaning? Unconventional is the way. So why is Mahendra Singh Dhoni such a huge hit and such a huge brand ambassador? And why not the same? Obviously, Vishwanath Anand is getting the same kind of recognition, but then why is he as an individual proclaimed to be a Superman kind of an existence? Because of his unconventional nature of trying to win over masses. You see films as an example. All of us watch films at some stage or the other. It's my favorite example too. And films as a medium, you see the way not thinking straight has applied to films. Facebook as a medium is starting promoting films. You see film stars in every nook and corner malls these days trying to promote. They're going unconventional. They're going every single nook way trying to see how I can try and promote my product and getting closer to my customer. So our customers are the students here, and we got to try and see how we can take this product of education to our customers in an unconventional manner, and people love it. path-breaking. Whenever you try to do something unconventional, you see the success stories I spoke to you about. T20, IPL is path-breaking. Movies this time, you see the kind of revenues that movies are making. 100 crores is a figure that every other movie tries to touch these days, and which is phenomenal. You've never heard of these budgetary figures ever before. Mahendra Singh Dhoni, unconventional, path-breaking, out of his comfort zone, not thinking straight. Everything applies straight away to the brand ambassador. Again, he's a path-breaking example. We'll move on to a lot more such stories, but then I'm trying to keep my gyan only to such kind of slides where the other ones are all games that are going to help you understand this better. As I keep moving along, this is my way of trying to... so all these 4 boxes that you see will be explained in this small video. Is the volume on for the laptop? Alright. Sit back and enjoy this one. This is again unconventional, not straight, yet product oriented.